Hey guys, J-Man here, weekly X-Men talk. Good week for X-Men. Okay, 3 books that we're going to discuss. We're going to super discuss this one for sure. There's going to be, I'm not going to do heavy spoilers, but there's going to be some spoiler-ish things that go on. Let's talk about Sword number 5. Sword, I'm liking this. The thing is that I'm kind of don't really know exactly what's going on because I don't know all of these characters. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but what is going on is really cool. So I'm pretty sure if you're someone who knows all of these characters, then you're probably having a great time with this comic. Got this first page here, which looks like one of these old computer programs. So basically there's this, war going on. It's the Snark War. Where does it say? Yeah, Snark War. So it's telling you what's active and what's inactive. So Null is done. Olympian gods are neutralized. Kree is inactive. So the Snark War is what's going on now. It's these brothers or siblings killing each other off. Yeah. One thing I want. Oh, they resurrect Cortez here. Fabian Cortez, I believe. Now, I'm not super familiar with him, to be honest, but he has a great section in this book, which I'll get to. Why is Jean wearing that costume? And Magneto's wearing purple, which is fine. He's not wearing this. This is his costume that he normally wears now, and Jean wears that really awful Marvel Girl outfit, which I don't like at all. I don't even have a figure of it. I would prefer that if they were going to go with something. Anyways, Cortez is resurrected, and he's got a date with the council. He's nude because they're just like, okay, let's just get this over with. And he talks about murder. And I actually think it was really well written, talking about, why is it wrong to just kill a human? They done all these bad things to us, and, what's the big deal? Or even if it's like in defense or anything like that. And he makes some pretty good points. And I mean, I thought this was a great conversation, really. In the meantime, we're going back and forth and seeing certain members. I won't spoil this, I suppose. Certain members are being killed off by somebody in the shadows who we don't know, which I won't reveal. Peepers is here. And he's like, well, what's your mutant name? And he's like, well, Cortez is like, I'm just Cortez. I don't have a mutant name. You're like, all right. And he gives his big thoughts and everything. In Magneto, there's a great part where I'll zoom in on this one. He's like, oh, you had all these tragedies because of humans. He goes, is it worse? Is it worse than what I've gone through? That was cool. And basically they're just like, yeah. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending here where you find out what's going on with the siblings in the Snark War battling each other. Something's sort of been set up, and I'm not going to reveal that. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right there. I liked this a lot. Again, I don't really exactly know every character. I don't really understand all the nuances that are in here. But even though I'm not 100% exactly know what's going on, I'm still really liking it. So I have a feeling that if you're into these characters and Abigail and all this stuff, you're probably like right into this book. Unless maybe you're not, and maybe I'm missing something. If you're not into it, let me know. Let's get right into X-Force number 19. This is good too. So if you remember Kid Omega, there's like an evil version of him or something, and he's like hunting down all the X-Men. And so he's just like a very weird kind of like mutated, crazy looking version of Kid Omega, and he's attacking people like in their mind, in the dreamscape or whatever. Kid Omega can't figure out how to do it, and there's just the great art here. I like the art in this, and the colors are really nice. This kind of like pink purple type of thing. So he gets Jean to help him out, and Jean takes them to this like little cave area where they can learn how to battle in the dreamscape. This literally reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, just because it's like, well, you're as good as you are, and then there's that one guy who's like, I'm the wizard master, and the one girl's like, I'm beautiful and bad, and she's got like a blade, and then the other guy's like really strong. I don't know why I thought of that, but anyways, they're just training in here to utilize their powers. Basically, this is Kid Omega versus like himself, his doubts, his evil side. And it was done really well. Like he's got this like chainsaw thingy. Like it's like you can do anything you want in the dreamscape. It's literally Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. You could just like whatever you imagine you can do. In the meantime, Domino and Jean are going to hunt down the physical form of this guy. So this is kind of like, remember when those villains were taking pieces of Domino and they're making like Domino, like they were like attaching that to soldiers. I think it's like that. It's like they made sort of their own Kid Omega, but like a weird mutated version of him. So there's a battle here. I mean, is it even a spoiler to say what happens, right? Like, I mean, so I won't really tell you. They show, this is a great part. Look at that. That's really nice. Really nicely done. So yeah, I mean, this is all done in like a very dreamlike style, and that's why the art was like that. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. I still like X-Force. Kid Omega is someone who I never cared about, but after reading this particular storyline, I kind of like him. I think he's kind of neat. Okay, so that's that. Let's talk about Way of X. Wow. So Nightcrawler is a character who I've always liked a lot. I liked him in the video game, the arcade game. I always played as him. I liked him in all the video games because he could teleport and stuff. He was a cool character. He looked really cool. He's one of the coolest looking guys for sure. When I first went to a comic shop, the first thing I bought was a little PVC. You see this Vision here, the white Vision? They made a whole bunch of these little PVC characters. The first thing I ever bought was Nightcrawler, Wolverine, and Archangel, and I've got those over there on a shelf. They're the first ever things that I purchased at my first ever visit to a comic shop. I bought for figure wise, not comic book wise. So I was very much looking forward to the Way of X. Maybe they should have called it the Way of X. There is so much to go through here. I'm not going to spoil the ending. There is sort of a sinister thing at play throughout this book. And they reveal what it is at the end. So I'm not going to reveal that here. I strongly recommend buying this. I'm trying not to add more physical books to my list because I already have a ton of physical comics and I'm running out of space fast. Someone needs to buy me a house or something. Oh man, I might add this. Oh gosh, I might have to add this. I just bought this because it was the #1, but man, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to add it. I really, really like this a lot. This was 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. Okay. It's good. There's so much to go through. I mean, I'm going to try to keep this video short or shorter. Basically Nightcrawler really quick is on a mission with a bunch of people. And Pixie, I believe, is the one who has never died. So she's never been resurrected yet. And, she literally basically wants to die in this sequence. This is a 40-page book, so there's a lot to go through. I'm going to just kind of rapid fire go through it, and we can go through it in detail in comments if you want, or when I do my, I'm going to be talking this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to be talking about comic stuff, and hopefully 1407 Gray Malkin can join me on Thursday. He usually does, and there's a lot to unpack in this Way of X book, so hopefully we can cover some of that there live. I love this book. It's 10 out of 10, so we can kind of end the video there, but just to go through it a bit quickly. So she's never died before, and she basically like lets this guy like blow her up, and her thing is like saying when someone kills someone, like there's a mutant hate group. And it's like, well, it's different to just hate them and say, oh, we don't like them. It's different to kill one of them, and that's sort of what she implies here when she wants to die. And Nightcrawler's just very upset over this. He comes back to the island. I'm gonna just skip through some of this stuff. There's so I would say every page has something amazing. This is like 10 out of 10. Like this is like we're talking like hardcore, like good writing on this thing. Yeah, and okay, so we have this character here who I don't know. She keeps saying I'm lost, so I don't know if that's her name, Lost. I don't know this character, but she was depowered during the whole Scarlet Witch fiasco where she like lost, so she depowered all the mutants or got rid of the X gene. So if you die, you're resurrected with the X gene. But so many points are raised. Like Nightcrawler's like, why are we just killing these people? He's got this whole religious background, which I think is super interesting and really makes him sets him apart from the other X-Men characters to where I feel that he could carry a book on his own about this kind of thing because he's very thoughtful and introspective and stuff. And I really, really like all of this stuff big time. And they don't make fun of his religious beliefs or anything like that. I hate that. I don't really have any beliefs myself, just to put that out there. But that doesn't mean that I don't respect the beliefs of others. And I really like that. And I don't like when writers make fun of any kind of belief system or whatever. It's like, look, tell the story. Nightcrawler, he's a Catholic. That's it. Tell that story. Really well done. Dr. Nemesis, holy crap, that's wicked. Look how cool that is. He's got like things in him. This is great. This is like Dr. Nemesis has like a science division, and he's the leader. It says here like each panel like what section, and it's like who's the supervisor, and he's the supervisor of every section. So it's like, what's the point of even having this? That was kind of funny. So he talks to him about like, well, you believe in God. He's like, well, you've seen so many gods, like, why you still hold beliefs in the one that we've never had any proof of. And he's like, well, maybe that's why I do believe in it. So that's very interesting. Here's Magneto killing this woman. I don't know. This is disturbing to me, kind of, actually. I don't know. I'm kind of with Nightcrawler because it just feels weird. It's like you're just killing them on purpose. Even Pixie dying just because she wants to die. I don't know. It just feels very weird, right? And they talk a little bit about the whole idea of murder in in X-Force, or I'm sorry, in Sword, where Cortez is like, well, maybe that's why we don't kill humans, because they can only die once and they can't be or they die once and they're not resurrected, right? I thought this was just super good right here. Talk about the Crucible, so that you already kind of know about that. She's resurrected, and even talk about like when people are resurrected, like what's the cue? Oh, and it's like, and do they tend to resurrect those, that can help them in their struggles more, or like your power is more useful, so we'll resurrect you first? Very interesting, because then you're like, well, what is there, like a hierarchy of who gets resurrected? Oh, your power's lame, so we're going to resurrect you later or whenever we get to it. Really interesting. And where are you in between? Like when you're dead, and you're just waiting to be reborn. This is all these things are addressed. There's a lot of stuff addressed in this book. Like I can't wrap my head around it because I just read it now and I wanted to get this video out there fast, but I can't even wrap my head around everything that's discussed. There's just so much going on. And I'm sorry if I'm like rambling and not making like good points, but like this is more like a feel book than like, dissecting everything, but there is a lot to dissect. He talks to Professor X. Professor X is saying, I sense this presence or whatever. We're not going to spoil what the presence is. It is revealed at the end. They do keep mentioning a Patchwork Man throughout, so you do see a little bit of things from there. I'm not going to spoil that either. And it's just basically Nightcrawler trying to find his way and figuring out what he's going to do with his life, and if he's going to start this new religion or faith or whatever. It's so good. You guys got to buy this. Get this book for sure. I got it digitally, just because I like reading it digitally, and then I can save this. I'm going to bind this up. I might grab a second copy of this as well because I really like it a lot. Yeah, this was awesome. This was a great week for X-Men, guys. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think. And tonight at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing a live stream. We're going to be talking to a Namor fan. So this is going to be one. This is going to be an Amazing Fans segment where we're going to talk to a Namor fan. So that will not be open to the public. You can chat with me and we can interact through chatting, but I won't be giving a link to bringing to phasing people in to talk. But tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be talking about all the comic books that have come out. Lots of stuff came out for DC as well to talk about. We can talk about Shang-Chi trailer, that kind of stuff. We'll cover that tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be bringing in people into the Danger Room from the chat. So that is a full panel. We're going to get everybody's thoughts on all of this stuff that's coming out. So that's going to be really cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.